Welcome to Do It Different Training. This is your host, Paul Fink, the Maverick Millionaire, and we're going to be talking about expectations. That's right, what to expect from others, what to expect of yourself, how to communicate those expectations. Some of the key components of success in our world. We're going to be talking about that and so much more in just a few moments. People are coming on board. I can see. Give everyone just another moment to get settled in, and then we're going to get started. Talk to you in just a moment. Welcome to Do It Different Training. This is your host, Paul Fink, the Maverick Millionaire. We are talking about clear expectations. Clear expectations absolutely equals clear path to success. The clearer you are, the more success you're going to get. Imagine you are in a company. You work for a company even. You're in an organization. You're maybe in a relationship of sorts, and in this case, a relationship with a company. You want this relationship to be positive. You want it to be successful, and you want it to be long-lasting. Great. Now you do what you believe will accomplish that task. You do the hard work. You get all your work done, for instance. Let's say that you work for a company. You're getting all your work done. You feel really proud of what you've done, what you've accomplished, and you assume that working hard for the company and doing what you're supposed to be doing and, well, creating great work is what it's all about, and you assume this will mean a happy, healthy, long-lasting, secure position for yourself in the company. Then you find out, oops, working from home was not part of the arrangement. They have been wondering where you have been the last 2 days. You walk in with a perfect report for your boss, only to find out you have been fired. What happened? Obviously, expectations were not expressed. They weren't expressed clearly on anyone's part. Now, I know this is an extreme example, and more than likely you have gotten clear if you are to show up in an office every day or not. However, what about the small things? Have you gotten clear on all of them? Oftentimes, it's this building up of these small things that creates the magnitude of response that we get in the wrong direction for where we want to go. How about coming in 5 minutes late? Is that okay? Or maybe not so much? Maybe cursing in front of other coworkers, or imagine cursing in front of your clientele. Is that okay with the company? Are you sure? Do you know? How about sharing your thoughts freely in the office, your opinions? Is that expected or absolutely frowned upon? How about reporting what you do every day? Are you expected to report minute by minute, maybe hour by hour of what's going on, or can you go days without anyone knowing what exactly you're doing? I've seen situations where both is true. Do you know which is for you? How about following strictly the company rule book? Maybe they want you to do that. However, maybe they want you to be thinking on your feet and shift it up when it means meeting the company goals or taking care of a client and a customer. Do you know what's expected of you in those situations? Do you know if these things are minor and no one even notices, let alone cares, or these are certain expectations you are breaking daily that when piled high enough will get you fired? And once you know the expectations of the company, for instance, do you know what you expect of them or the others that you interact with in your life? Have you actually thought of your own expectations? Have you communicated these expectations with them? Two distinct, different actions, although both extremely important. So, having expectations and communicating them is key. We understand that. To have a great relationship, to be a part of an organization of any size or shape, whether it's business or personal, creating these expectations, knowing what they are, and communicating them clearly is absolutely imperative to the success of that relationship. According to many studies, it could be the number one factor determining your success as a leader. So how do you set expectations? Well, here's some really key tips for you to take away. One is develop expectations with your team. Don't just create, develop them. Here's what I mean. It has been found that people will buy in to what is demanded of them more readily when they had a say in what those demands and expectations are. So although they sound like the company is setting down the guidelines and you must follow, what's really happening is you've collaborated on the guidelines and created a set of guidelines that you all agree on. That even though they may stretch some of you to a higher level of personal engagement, of work ethic, it absolutely is what you agree needs to be done, and so you're all working together to make it happen. So to accomplish that collaborative effect, create group discussions with your team. Bring your team in on the planning process instead of simply letting them in at the last moment when things have already been decided by you or by a specific group of people within the team. Create a depth of commitment. Number 2 is be crystal clear. Not just clear, crystal clear with your expectations. The team wants and expects that clarity. The more clear you are with what you want, the more likely it is that they, the team, will deliver it. Ambiguity breeds mediocrity. Be extremely clear with what you want, and you're going to have people reaching for that bar. Do not explain what you want. Do not lay out clear expectations, and people will descend to a lower level, to a bar that's much lower than your expectations, and that's where this line comes from. They lower themselves to mediocrity, never stretching themselves to create more. Breed excellence. Be clear. Number 3, and I've kind of talked about it already, set the bar high, really high. Most workers want to be challenged. They want to feel valued. No one wants to be relegated to protecting their red stapler and nothing more, like our friend in Office Space. They want value. They want to be contributing to the organization. Let them. Get the most out of your team by expecting the very best from every single one of them. Number 4, customize your approach. Expectations are not usually a one-size-fits-all type of in engagement. Although company-wide expectations will cover the basics, setting personal expectations for each member of the team is where it's at, catering to their specific strengths and the personality type to create a magnitude of stretch for them that'll really empower them to be all that they can be. Here are 4 key tips to creating expectations in your world for your team. Be aware, communicating expectations is what leaders do. At least great leaders. As a great leader, you communicate expectations on several key factors to your team. You communicate expectations on values and priorities, expectations on upholding the company mission statement, expectations on personal protocol, expectations on daily level of activity and involvement. All of this is communicated to the team daily, every single day. You want to be communicating that vision, that understanding of where you're going, what you're doing, and what's expected of every member of the team to get there. To keep the team on task, on track, and effectively hitting actionable objectives and trackable targets. Remember, most communication of expectations equals increased effectiveness of the team, increased value, increased effort, increased motivation, along with more joy in the process. Oh, and one more piece to this discussion on expectations. It's a two-way street. That's right. Leaders, to be effective, will set clear, precise expectations for their team, and in doing so, will have these expectations met. In addition, team members have their own list of expectations. They have expectations of the leader, the organization at large. It is up to the leader to create an environment where these expectations exist or risk the consequences. Based on several studies in this field, team members of any organization want, that's right, they absolutely want and expect the following. They want respect. Give it to them. No matter the level of position, a certain demeanor of common courtesy and respect for each other as humans is expected. 2 is trust. They desire and expect trust. Team members want to feel as safe at work as they do at home. Team members want to believe what team members believe in their other team members, and their leaders tell them they want to believe in what they all express to them. And team members want to believe in the company's values and principles to be good. They want to believe that they're in the right place. Team members want to feel like the team is their family, who has their back. And when they do, they will thrive. They will prosper for all. Number 3, social environment. Many people find their team are the key people in their lives. It's the key people that they spend most of their time with, and every member of the team feels that way. As such, they desire more engagement with them, with their team members, as friends, doing friend things. Please, for you as leader and for the organization, find time and space for your team to participate in social activities with each other. And number 4, vision, purpose, mission. These are expected within your organization. Teams pull together most powerfully when they feel their work has meaning, purpose. Make sure to deliver that to them. Help your team understand how their efforts are benefiting their teammates, their company, their community, their society, and the world as a whole. Number 5 is autonomy. Now, autonomy, people love to feel in control of their lives. In every possible way, give that to your team. The power of choice. When, where, how they get the job done. Well, that's up to them. When given to them, given that power, they show up more powerfully and more effectively. Number 6 is recognition. Now, your team expects to be recognized for their achievements. They accomplish something great. They expect that recognition to come forward. Large recognitions as well as small. They will thrive in your praise. So there you have it. Expectations are the key to success. Communicating them. I laid out for you some key tips to create your expectations for your team. Helped you understand the 6 core expectations your team has for you and what your team expects of the organizational environment. Now it's time to get into action. Time to put all this into practice. Time to communicate those expectations and offer up expectations for them to live by and live up to the expectations that your team has for you. No matter what your position, no matter where you are, when you do that, you're automatically the leader. Keep moving forward. Keep creating this magnitude in your life, and you will see it show up in your results. Create your expectations, communicate them to all your team, and watch the team flourish under the leadership you are now demonstrating. Here's to great success, everyone. You love this? Come hang out with me at Maverick Membership. Go to maverickmembership.com and get our full library archive, Do It Different trainings, plus exclusive coaching and training. Just to stay connected, go to themaverickdifference.com or email me or call me, or go to maverickmembership.com and let's really get clear with where you're going, what you're doing, and how you are going to create the life of your dreams. I want to thank you so much for joining me. This is Do It Different Training. This is Paul Fink, your host, the Maverick Millionaire. Till next time, everyone.